Good morning. Is it a good morning? Or is it almost a good afternoon?
Almost a good afternoon.
No.
It's 10:15.
But a camera girl's hard at it with our computer lifestyle. And today I'm going to throw some breakfast together using our leftovers. We got some patacones under there somewhere and parts of leftover arepas. So we eat out a ton, we spend out a ton on eating out, but then we get our leftovers. And then a lot of times for breakfast or late afternoon thingamabob, we'll just throw an avocado and a couple eggs on whatever the heck we ate a few days ago. So that's mo money, mo... Oh, shoot. I can't pull that off. Architecture and building in Cuenca is very beautiful and very interesting. Even in this Airbnb, this little back room here with the interesting ceiling structure. I especially like this little groovy section right here, which exactly matches the new dent in my head. Not a lot of people can pull off that look, but I think it's working for me. Oh, I missed you, what's that called? Blowing daffodils or whatever?
Making a wish.
Making a wish? I don't know, it looks like you just, well, I guess that's what the plant's designed for, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, where are we at? This is the Yanuncay River?
It's not Tomebamba.
Yeah, this is not the Rio Tomebamba. So we're in a different park today. This is the Rio... I'll put it down below. But we're in a different part of town walking around today. Looking for Mas Cafe. I think most folks talk about the Rio Tomebamba because the Rio Tomebamba sort of intersects the city and then splits the older historic colonial part of the city, you know, away from some of the newer parts of the city. Although a lot of the town seems pretty old to me. But this is another very peaceful walk in Cuenca. It's a different part of town for us, and we'll go and see if we can find a new and different coffee shop around here to try out. I've seen a couple of little built up playground, jungle gym, adventure equipment stations. I wish I had enough insurance to experiment on that. This reminds me of when I was a kid. In England, there was a park, like an adventure park, where you get on, what is that called? When you, is that a zip line? Is that a zip line, camera girl? Huh?
I think it's seen better days.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough insurance anywhere to use this zip line. This looks like it's from a Saw movie.
You're not that far from the ground.
Yeah, at that point you're not. In fact, you're probably going to lose a little skin on the ground there.
Look at nature's art.
Oh, I thought that was a bolt.
No.
I think we want to take a left up here. Maybe go back over the river, and there should be a busy road, and maybe we can find some coffee and pastries. Alrighty, we got to take a break. We got to sit on this bench for a little bit. How far have we walked from our apartamento today?
12 million miles.
Well, let's say 45 minutes, maybe, but...
But we're about to go into an area where there's a lots of vehicles, so there'll be
Yeah.
lots of breathing in some smoke.
Yeah, we got it. We're gonna get on a busy road and go over the bridge and go up the hill, and there's a lot of traffic congestion over there, so we need to suck in some fresh air while we're here because it's gonna get fuming over there. That's not a local bus, right? That's kind of the bus that we came into town on, right?
I don't think so.
And then a lot of the buses that we see around town are red buses.
Yeah.
And one of our viewers left in the comment about blue buses, and we actually had a drink with some folks that live here, have lived here for a while, and they were telling us about the blue buses and saying that the blue buses used to belch a lot more fumes. Like there's the red bus over there, and that's what we're used to seeing now. We really don't see the blue buses, do we?
No.
But still, there is a lot of air pollution, so we're kind of recharging our fresh oxygen supply here by the river before we head over on this busy street and suck in some bus fumes. But we're in an entirely different part of town today, and this is super duper walkable. I mean, everywhere that we've been in the city, we've walked to. We took a cab the other day from our old Airbnb to our new Airbnb. We didn't have to, but we did just because it was going to be easier. But it's just, you can see a lot of different stuff and cover a lot of different ground in a short period of time, but we walked everywhere. So it's super duper walkable, as long as you stop occasionally and, you know, kind of hoard up a little bit of that fresh air.
It's not, I tell you, it's not as much air pollution as I remember in Morelia, Mexico.
In Morelia, well, Morelia was kind of the same thing, because Morelia was, we were in the old historic part of town. The buildings came right up to the streets. They were 2-lane streets. It was an old city, but it was filled with modern congestion. You know, so when you get all those fumes, you know, in an area where maybe they don't regulate the emissions as much, and you kind of box them in with the buildings, you know, you're going to be sucking on some interesting air. Got another day where I've got my jacket wrapped around my waist. Got my jacket, my extra shirt, which is what I usually have on. But we're out walking in the middle of the day, and you can see how the river's getting a little smaller and far away because we're walking uphill. There's a lot of walking up and down in the city if you want. I mean, you can avoid it. But we end up doing a lot of stairs and a lot of hills, which we use to rationalize all the carrot cake, or at least all the carrot cake I eat. At least we get to walk downhill now. Ooh. You know, I've passed in front of a number of tiendas that have those garbage cans. It's kind of a clown head, and you put the trash in its mouth. And I can't decide if it's creepy or disrespectful to the clown community. But I don't think I'd be comfortable putting garbage in it. Is the coffee shop we're looking for down here, you think?
That's my guess.
But you can see the cathedral in the distance. The 3 domes. I saw them a little ways off, but I couldn't get a good shot of them. But when you're walking around town, that cathedral makes a great landmark for orientating yourself around the city. And also this bit of construction right here. But that's not always going to be here. I mentioned these in another video, about how those stick out with the garbage. You want to tell your garbage story?
Go ahead.
No, I already told it. Now you got to tell it.
Well, when they don't have garbage on them, they're very thin. And if you're walking along, they're about here.
Yeah, you almost whacked yourself twice
multiple times
within the same hour on the same rack as we were coming and going.
Yep.
Because when they don't have garbage on them like this here, you don't really notice them. It's just a wire obstacle sticking out across the sidewalk. Something to watch out for. You got to watch out for the sidewalks themselves, and then you have to watch out for things in the air. And they also have large eagles that can swoop down and just carry you off. So you got to be looking in the sky all the time for large predatory birds. Well, we missed our coffee stop. It was a new coffee place, and I guess it was a little rinky-dink place, and we must have walked right by it. So we just went ahead and headed on home to get some water and rehydrate, because you have to be careful. You know, you got to be thinking about that all the time. So I think we're just going to chill out here in the house for a little bit. In fact, I already got my pants off. You didn't really need to know that, but I just thought it'd make the video more exciting. Speaking of pants, thanks for watching our videos. Thanks for subscribing, thumbs up, commenting. If you want to support us on Patreon, we got a link down below. You can buy us a cup of coffee over on PayPal. We appreciate all the comments and support and whatnot. And we'll see you next weekend.